All right, yeah, so injury-wise, everyone's available. So, and nothing from an injury standpoint. You guys, any questions?
Hey, Dan, how's this Gonzaga team different than the one you played in March?
Well, I mean, they've lost. Both teams have obviously, we're not the same teams. I mean, we both lost some great players. For them, Timmy, one of the best players in the country, Strouser, one of the best wings, and I think a first-round pick. And then obviously with everything that we've lost, with our group, I think what stands out, obviously Nemhart, who we know how good he is, Hickman, we know how good he is, but they're 4 and 5. Their front court is really impressive. I mean, it's deep, really talented, group. They go 4 deep, and it's going to be just a real challenge. But I think they have the deepest and I think the best overall front court in the country because of the depth.
Dave?
Dan, how's Steph been along in practice for the last few days? And I would imagine, would you expect him to, amp up his minutes a little bit tomorrow night?
I lost you there in the beginning of that. Is that Dave?
Yeah. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry.
Yeah, no, just Steph. How's he been looking in practice? And I guess the logical step would be amp up his minutes a little bit tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think he's definitely available for more, and he's getting more reps in practice. He got more game reps. There's obviously elements where he's really going to help us. And he's, specifically defensively and a guy that could play off script offensively and create offense for us, off the scripted stuff that we do, I think, really well. So, yeah, I think he's available to give us more. But just like Donovan right now, he's just he's a young guy that's missed time that isn't as sharp as he's going to be.
Go to Dom.
Yeah, Dan. Especially now that you've made this trip, it's often been talked about perhaps Gonzaga joining the Big East someday. That may not be something that you want to talk about specifically, but the idea of maybe a league rival on the other coast, 3,000 miles away, is that something that you think would be workable for the Big East?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for the most part, the way that we, the way that we travel in our league, or you've got schools that are really committed to basketball in terms of the resources that we invest, that have make the trip, comfortable. If we could get a program of Gonzaga's caliber to come into the Big East, and make, obviously we could really use another, big time program to strengthen the league and TV contracts and everything that kind of goes into it. We just suck it up. We would, yeah. I mean, it's not it's definitely shorter trips for us, but it would certainly be worth it. Just for the basketball boost that it would give, to these, to our conference.
Dan, do you expect, obviously coming off a pretty good game the other night, coincidentally in his hometown, but I mean, did Jalen kind of seem like he's kind of, established himself as maybe in that sort of front 9 now?
Yeah, I think he definitely, is growing and maturing and developing, and just like Jaden Ross, and Solo and Steph, these guys are, continuing to get better. I think, just the light switch goes on, it clicks. Young players become playable at different, obviously on different timelines, and I think we really believe in his talent. We believe in Jay Ross's talent. And we want them to continue to trust us that we're going to help them, develop into the type of players that they came here to develop into. I certainly liked his first staff in particular, and I think some of the games that, the Kansas game on the road, it's like, you need the starters, to get you off to a good start in some of these games. So you are comfortable playing them. It's, you get down at Kansas the way we did. It's tough to get a young guy that's kind of in that fringe area. It's hard to pull the trigger on kind of getting him in there, but we want to play 9. Our best teams, for me, over my career, have played 9, even 10. So trust me, we want to get Jay Stu. We want to try to get Jay Ross in there.
Roger.
And this will be your 3rd game against the top 10 opponent, which is unprecedented for the program during the non-conference regular season. Did you purposely want to really just kind of amp up the schedule this year and push the team a little bit further?
Yeah, I just think these opportunities weren't afforded to us, until we took the program. A lot of these opportunities were put together, like during last season, like early in the season, December, January, postseason, like those 3 bigger ones, Kansas, Carolina, and this one here. So these are the types of games that the best teams in the country are playing. Right now we have our program in a place where we look like one of the top teams. When you get these type of games. I know that it's frustrating for fans that that these games aren't being played on campus. I think this is a one-off in terms of it being an outlier year where we didn't get any of these games at home, which sucks for our fans, but it's been good for our brand overall. And it's a one-off. There won't be any more years where we don't get one or more of these in Gampler at the XL.
Thank you.
Go to Adam and then Dave.
Dan, how we doing, buddy?
Bags, what's up?
I'm doing all right, man.
You-
You have this like trio of big games: Kansas, North Carolina, Gonzaga. If you are able to come out of it 2-1, what would that mean to the program going into the Big East? And did you guys kind of set a goal of going at least 2-1, if not 3-0 in these games?
Yeah, I mean, I think we looked at them all collectively. 18 months ago when you put together this non-conference and you were hoping to play Indiana, Texas, Carolina, Kansas, Gonzaga. It's beyond those, those 3. So it's like, that grouping this year with the big non-conference games, it's just been really exciting matchups. And I don't know that, I think with where we're at as a program, we're just looking at these games as like we're playing 3 or more of the best teams in the country, none of which are at home. They're all neutral or road. It's just a great way to test yourself for both the Big East Conference and then these types of matchups will pay big dividends, in March when we're, when you're only playing the best teams, and we'll have a lot of experience having played like the best teams that college basketball can offer.
Thanks.
Back to Dave, and then we can wrap up. If anyone has anything else?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah,
Dave.
you've had some success against Nembhard. What makes him a difficult guard, and what are you going to do to keep him in check again? And Ike, what kind of special problems does he present?
Yeah, Nembhard, just the speed, the speed with the ball, the ability just to break down your defense in transition, in the ball screen game, in isolation situations. He's kind of really a great fit for how they play offense. Gonzaga plays with great pace, with a heavy emphasis in the ball screen game. So, we know how tough it is to play against Ryan. We have a lot of respect for him. And then Ike, I think, just the physicality, a real technician, tremendous touch, high IQ, high physicality. You really got to bring it, because he's very, very physical. Physical on the glass. He's physical in screening. He's physical in post-ups. He's an older player with a ton of experience. And they really get him the ball and get him opportunities. So just that their front court overall, though, with Watson and Ike, that's as good a 4 and 5 as you see.